In Self-Compassion, The Proven Power of Being Kind to Yourself, Kristen Neff, a pioneer in self-compassion research, introduces the concept of self-compassion and its profound benefits for personal well-being. Neff argues that self-compassion, unlike self-esteem, provides a more stable and sustainable foundation for a healthy sense of self-worth. The book combines personal anecdotes, research findings, and practical exercises to help readers cultivate self-compassion. Chapter 1. Discovering Self-Compassion. Neff begins by explaining her personal journey to self-compassion, which started when she was dealing with the stress and anxiety of parenting a child with autism. She realized that being kind and understanding toward herself was crucial for her mental health. Neff introduces the concept of self-compassion, which involves treating oneself with the same kindness and care as one would treat a friend. She outlines three main components of self-compassion: self-kindness, common humanity, and mindfulness. Chapter 2. Ending the Madness. This chapter delves into the negative impact of self-criticism and the pressure to achieve high self-esteem. Neff argues that the pursuit of self-esteem can lead to narcissism, constant comparison with others, and a fragile sense of self-worth. In contrast, self-compassion offers a more stable and healthy alternative. By being kind to ourselves, recognizing our shared humanity, and being mindful of our suffering, we can break free from the cycle of self-judgment and unrealistic expectations. Chapter 3. The Benefits of Self-Compassion. Neff explores the numerous benefits of self-compassion, supported by scientific research. She discusses how self-compassion can improve mental health, emotional resilience, and overall well-being. People who practice self-compassion tend to experience less anxiety, depression, and stress, and they have greater life satisfaction and emotional stability. Self-compassion also promotes healthier relationships, as it enables individuals to be more compassionate and empathetic toward others. Chapter 4. Compassion for Others. In this chapter, Neff examines the connection between self-compassion and compassion for others. She explains that self-compassionate people are more likely to be compassionate toward others because they understand that everyone suffers and struggles. By recognizing our shared humanity, we can cultivate empathy and kindness. Neff also addresses common misconceptions about self-compassion, such as the belief that it is selfish or indulgent. She argues that self-compassion actually enhances our ability to care for others. Chapter 5. The Compassionate Mind. Neff introduces the concept of the compassionate mind and explains how our brains are wired for compassion. She discusses the evolutionary origins of compassion and how it has helped humans survive and thrive. Neff also highlights the importance of self-compassion in modern society, where many people struggle with stress, anxiety, and self-criticism. By cultivating a compassionate mind, we can create a more supportive and nurturing inner environment. Chapter 6. The Science of Self-Compassion. This chapter delves into the scientific research on self-compassion. Neff presents studies that demonstrate the positive effects of self-compassion on mental health, emotional well-being, and physical health. She explains how self-compassion activates the brain's caregiving system and reduces the stress response. Neff also discusses the link between self-compassion and resilience, highlighting how self-compassionate people are better able to cope with adversity and bounce back from setbacks. Chapter 7. Self-Compassion and Motivation. Neff addresses the misconception that self-compassion leads to complacency or lack of motivation. She argues that self-compassionate people are actually more motivated because they approach challenges with a growth mindset and are less afraid of failure. Self-compassion provides a safe and supportive environment for learning and growth, which fosters intrinsic motivation. Neff also discusses how self-compassion can help us set realistic goals and pursue them with determination and perseverance. Chapter 8. Self-compassion in relationships. This chapter explores the role of self-compassion in relationships. Neff explains that self-compassionate people have healthier and more fulfilling relationships because they are less dependent on others for validation and approval. They are also more forgiving, empathetic, and supportive partners. Neff provides practical tips for cultivating self-compassion in relationships, such as practicing active listening, setting boundaries, and expressing gratitude. Chapter 9. Parenting with Compassion. Neff discusses how self-compassion can transform parenting. She explains that self-compassionate parents are more patient, understanding, and resilient. They are also better able to model healthy emotional regulation and self-care for their children. Neff provides strategies for practicing self-compassion as a parent, such as acknowledging and accepting imperfections, seeking support, and taking time for self-care. Chapter 10. Self-compassion at work. In this chapter, Neff examines the benefits of self-compassion in the workplace. She explains how self-compassion can enhance job performance, creativity, and job satisfaction. Self-compassionate employees are better able to handle stress, cope with failure, and maintain a healthy work-life balance. Neff also discusses the importance of creating a compassionate work environment, where employees feel supported and valued. Chapter 11. The Spiritual Path of Self-Compassion. Neff explores the spiritual dimensions of self-compassion, drawing on insights from various religious and spiritual traditions. She explains how self-compassion can deepen our connection with ourselves, others, and the world around us. Neff discusses the role of mindfulness in spiritual practice and how self-compassion can enhance our spiritual growth. She also addresses common spiritual challenges, such as dealing with guilt, shame, and self-doubt. Conclusion. The journey of self-compassion. In the final chapter, Neff encourages readers to embark on their own journey of self-compassion. She emphasizes that self-compassion is a lifelong practice that requires patience, commitment, and perseverance. Neff provides practical exercises and tips for cultivating self-compassion in daily life, such as mindfulness meditation, self-compassionate journaling, and self-compassionate imagery. She also encourages readers to seek support from others and to be kind and forgiving toward themselves.